Hey guys, what is going on? McMullen2 here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm excited to talk to you guys about Hermit Yoda. His kit was just revealed on the Galaxy of Heroes forums. We're going to do a bit of a theory crafting video, so we'll talk about his overall abilities, talk about his stats a little bit. We'll then talk in depth about how you want to mod him, and then we'll do some discussion on some teams you can definitely fit him in. I usually do some theory crafting videos where we talk about different teams. Maybe one of them's going to be out of the box, who knows. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about his kit, and we will go from there. Now, looking at the abilities for Yoda, the thing you're going to notice very quickly is Yoda has no outright attacks. Everything on him is support based. So his basic attack is called Master's Protection. You can see it happening in the gifts here. You also find them on the forum post. His basic attack gives allies 10% health and 5% protection regeneration, and then Jedi allies also gain some 5% turn meter, so you've got some Jedi synergies with his basic attack. And his first special ability is called Master's Training. Yoda gains stealth for 2 turns. He dispels all debuffs from a target ally and gives that ally the Master's Train unique buff. This buff is going to last until the end of the encounter, and then he calls all allies with that buff to assist. It has a 3-turn cooldown. The buff itself gives 25% additional accuracy, defense, offense, potency, and tenacity to that ally, and it gives double that, so 50% to Jedi allies, so even more Jedi synergy going on with Hermit Yoda, and this buff cannot be dispelled or prevented. And his second special ability is called Strength Flows from the Force. All allies have their current health equalized. This ignores healing immunity, just like Barris or Chirrut, and then all allies recover 20% health and protection, and Jedi allies gain Foresight for 2 turns, even more Jedi synergies here, and as a 4-turn cooldown. There's also a Zeta ability upgrade on here. It reduces the cooldown by 1, and all allies are given that 20% protection recovery and the Foresight for Jedi allies for 2 turns. So a lot of stuff going on there with that ability. And then finally, you have the 2 uniques for Hermit Yoda. His first unique ability is called Do or Do Not. Whenever an ally with Master's Train is defeated, Yoda gains 100% turn meter and resets all of his cooldowns. There is a Zeta upgrade here, and that gives the cooldown reset for whenever an ally is defeated. And then his second unique ability is called In Exile. He gains stealth for 2 turns at the start of the encounter and has 100% evasion while stealth. When there are no active allies, Yoda will escape from the battle. And this means that if all of your allies die in the fight, Yoda will automatically escape at the end and you will lose the match. So that is it for his kit, and man, I tell you, if you are a Jedi user and you love using your Jedi in the arena, just looking at that kit, you just kind of want to. So now that we've looked at his kit, let's go ahead and talk about how you want to mod Yoda. And as you've probably already figured out, since Yoda has no attacks, there's really no point in putting crit chance and crit damage on Yoda, unless you want to live dangerously, and by all means, do whatever you want to. But ideally, the best mod sets for him are probably going to be health and speed. He is going to have a base speed of 160, and having that speed mod set on him at least is going to give him another 16 speed on top of that. He's going to be one of your fastest characters in the game with this speed, which is not bad for a guy who's crippled and using a cane to walk around. So speed and health definitely going to be key to him. You need to make sure he's going to be able to stay alive. So getting some protection primaries, probably going to be your best bet, like on the triangle and the cross. Anything that you can get to get some secondaries built in with protection and speed as well, that's going to be your best bet. So again, make sure you bump up his speed first and then go for survivability, because even though he's going to have that 100% evasion while he's stealth, there are going to be times where he's not going to be in a stealth mode unless you have someone like R2-D2 in there. So there are going to be times where he's going to be open for attack and vulnerable, and you need to make sure that you protect him so that the opposing team cannot knock him out. So now that we've gone over his mods, let's discuss some different teams that you could use him in, and we'll close out the video with that. The first team that we have up is a Qui-Gon Jinn Zeta lead. I'm calling this team Shock and Awe. It's got Qui-Gon Jinn with the Zeta lead. You have Hermit Yoda in here, Ezra, R2-D2 with most likely the Zeta number crunch, and General Kenobi. It's going to be using the speed and offense provided both from Qui-Gon Jinn and R2. It's really going to make your team hit hard. You guys have probably seen my videos before talking about how deadly a Jedi team is on offense when you have a Qui-Gon Jinn Zeta in there. You're going to have 2 sets of mass assists here thanks to Yoda and Kenobi, so you're going to get a lot of attacks in very quickly. And then R2-D2 is going to be able to provide that nice stat boost overall to your entire team. So it's going to help your team be more survivable and help them also deal out that really good damage. So you're going to have a very good offensive team here, but this team, like most Jedi teams, is going to be very, very weak on defense. So that's something you need to consider, is maybe you should switch this out for a better team for defense. And let's go ahead and talk about a better defensive team. And this defensive team consists of an Obi-Wan Kenobi Old Ben lead, you guys know where this team is going already. You have two Yodas in here. You have both Grandmaster and Hermit. You're going to have the Zeta on the Battle Meditation for Grandmaster Yoda for his foresight. So you've got that. You have Ezra and Ayla both in this team as well. This team is going to be focusing a lot on dodges and giving a lot of turn meter boosts for those dodges. So you have the old Ben Lee, which gives that turn meter on dodges. You have both Yodas that can give a lot of foresight here. Old Ben's going to be able to tank, and he can also dodge a lot. So this team overall, it's going to be a very frustrating team to fight against on defense. This is a pretty good defensive team. Ayla and Ezra can both call an assist. If you have Hermit Yoda assist, he's going to use his basic attack, which is going to be healing up and giving turn meter to your entire team. So a lot of turn meter manipulation for the team here, a lot of tenacity up and foresight, and the turn meter boost from the dodges. So it's going to be a very, very annoying team to fight on defense. But let's go back to offense. Let's talk about another team that could do pretty good on offense. And with this team, you have a General Kenobi lead. He is going to be giving bonus offense and defense to all of your Jedi allies. Each character on this team can do assists in some way. General Kenobi and Hermit Yoda can both do mass call to assist with strength flows from the Force and lead the charge from those two characters. Qui-Gon Jinn and Ezra can both do target assists, and then Aayla Secura, every time she uses her basic attack, she has a chance to call in an ally to assist, which deals bonus damage if a Jedi ally is called in to assist. So there's a huge amount of assists going on with this team. You've got a lot of buffing and cleansing going on between General Kenobi and Hermit Yoda. So it's a pretty good team that's going to be well-rounded, a lot of cleanses, a lot of potential offensive abilities, and some pretty good defensive abilities overall. The one big weakness this team is going to have is Daze. Daze is going to completely shut down the mechanics of this team. Without the assist, this team is not going to be able to do a lot. So if you can get Daze against this team, it's going to be a really good way to counter it. But let's go ahead and talk about another defensive team. This team is going to be focusing on counterattacks. You have an I'm a Gundai lead, which gives Jedi allies counter chance and counter bonus damage. You have him with Hermit Yoda in here, of course, Ezra, Anakin, and Ayla. Ayla has a decent amount of counter chance on her own. She's going to be guaranteed to counter if she's ever hit under I'm a Gundai lead. If Yoda ever gets hit and he counters, he's going to use his basic attack, which is going to heal back and give turn meter to all Jedi allies. Ezra can do a double tap. He gains a lot of stacking bonus offense. And Anakin, when he counters with his basic, he has a chance to put both healing immunity and buff immunity on the target. So some really damaging debuffs with him. This team overall, it's going to really punish anyone that fights it. If you're fighting a team that has a heavy reliance on AoE damage, this team is going to be very strong against it. There's going to be a lot of counterattacks. There's going to be a lot of damage going out. It's really going to hurt the other team. So this is going to be a very good defensive team. It also has potential to be a really good offensive team as well. Though usually on offense, you don't want to run a counter team. You may want to try it here to see what happens. So that is it for some arena teams. You're probably asking, what about the raid? Well, luckily for you, I have a raid team as well thought of. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And for the raid, Hermit Yoda can make a very good character for a turn meter reduction team. Like you can see, this team has a T-Bow lead, Hermit Yoda, Commander Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, and Rex. You have everything that you need here. You have stealth, you have a lot of turn meter reduction. Luke can do turn meter reduction on his basic attack, and if you have the Zeta on his binds all things, it will give turn meter to his teammates if he applies debuffs. You have Rex, who does turn meter reduction on his basic attack. He can do tenacity up and squad discipline, which gives turn meter to your allies. R2-D2 can stealth. He gives number crunch, which means stat boost for your entire team. And for T-Bow, he gives stealth, and he also has a chance to give turn meter at the end of each character's turn. So a lot of turn meter reduction possibility here. For healing, you may be able to use this for Phase 3. Hermit Yoda has some healing on his basic attack, and he has a health equalization ability as well. So you're going to be able to get healing back through Hermit Yoda. So this team could very likely be a decent team for Phase 3. It's probably not going to be as fast as your Imperial Grand Maneuver teams, but it's still going to do a pretty good job. So that is it for teams that you could use Hermit Yoda in. There's plenty more ideas out there, but that is it for this video, guys. If you all like this video, feel free to share it. Feel free to subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. Thanks again for watching, guys, and as always, I will talk to you guys later.